Breaking news, everyone! It's a huge day for the Dallas Cowboys as they've just made a major move in the 2025 NFL free agency. Dante Fowler Jr., one of the most explosive pass rushers in the game, is back with the Cowboys after re-signing with the team. This move has raised a lot of eyebrows across the NFL community, and rightfully so. The Cowboys are clearly not content with just being competitive, they want to go all in on a championship run. Fowler's return is a statement that they are doubling down on their defense, and they are not just aiming for a playoff berth, but for the ultimate prize, a Super Bowl title. Let's rewind for a second. Dante Fowler Jr. has had an interesting journey in the NFL. Drafted as the third overall pick by the Jacksonville Jaguars back in 2015, Fowler was immediately expected to be a cornerstone of a defense that would dominate the league. Unfortunately, injuries derailed his early years, and he was unable to live up to his potential in Jacksonville. However, after bouncing around with the Los Angeles Rams and Atlanta Falcons, Fowler found his way to the Cowboys, and that's where his story really starts to take off. It wasn't an easy road for Fowler, but he eventually found a home in Dallas. The 2024 season was a real turning point for him, where he truly became one of the key components of this defense. Under the guidance of defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, Fowler not only revived his career but also became an essential player in what became one of the most aggressive and intimidating defensive units in the NFL. Now let's take a closer look at Fowler's impact in 2024. He finished the season with 12 sacks, 18 quarterback hits, and 5 forced fumbles, all of which were career highs for him since he entered the NFL. More importantly, Fowler's presence on the field allowed other players to thrive as well. When you've got a talent like Micah Parsons drawing double teams on one side of the line, it opens things up for other rushers like Fowler to wreak havoc. And that's exactly what happened. Fowler was able to feast on one-on-one matchups and put up impressive numbers. So why is this re-signing such a big deal? First and foremost, it solidifies the Cowboys' pass rush. Remember, the Cowboys' defensive success is not just about individual standout performances. It's about having a unit that can constantly pressure the quarterback, disrupt timing, and force bad throws. With Fowler back in the mix, Dallas now has two elite pass rushers, Fowler and Parsons, who are both capable of taking over a game at any given moment. Let's face it, in today's NFL, if you don't have a strong pass rush, you're not going to get very far in the postseason. And with the Cowboys looking to make a Super Bowl run, this move was necessary. When you break it down, this signing was about more than just a good player returning to the team. It's about keeping the continuity of a defense that was already among the best in the league. In 2024, the Cowboys finished 78th in total sacks with 52. And a major reason for that was Fowler's ability to create pressure on opposing quarterbacks. You don't have to look far to see how a strong pass rush can make or break a team's chances in the playoffs. Just ask the Philadelphia Eagles, who boasted one of the most ferocious pass rushes in recent memory on their way to the Super Bowl. And it's no secret that the Cowboys' defense is the backbone of this team. While Dak Prescott and the offense have been solid, the defense has been the group carrying them through critical games. Fowler's ability to rush the passer from a variety of positions makes him incredibly valuable. Whether it's on the edge, inside, or in a stand-up linebacker role, Fowler's versatility gives Dan Quinn the freedom to be creative with his blitz packages and defensive schemes. Now, some of you might be asking, what does this re-signing mean for the other key pieces on the Cowboys' defense? Well, with Fowler returning, there are a few implications here. First, it solidifies the Cowboys' front seven, which is already stacked with talent. Micah Parsons is a game changer, and having Fowler on the opposite side will make it incredibly difficult for opposing offensive lines to focus all their attention on just one player. It forces offenses to spread their protection, which in turn opens up more opportunities for both Fowler and Parsons to make plays. Imagine this, Fowler and Parsons both lining up on the same side of the line. That's a nightmare scenario for any quarterback. Whether it's a speed rush from Fowler or a bull rush from Parsons, one of them is going to get to the QB. And even if they don't sack the quarterback, their presence will force quick throws, resulting in potential turnovers or rush decisions that can swing the game in the Cowboys' favor. However, let's not overlook the long-term implications of this signing. The Cowboys are setting themselves up for a very successful 2025 season, but they're also ensuring they have a defense that can carry them for years to come. Fowler, who's still in his prime at 30 years old, could be a key contributor for the next few seasons. His experience and leadership will be crucial for the younger players on the defensive line, helping them develop into future stars. And speaking of leadership, let's talk about how Fowler fits into the Cowboys' overall culture. The team has made great strides in creating a locker room full of players who are dedicated to winning, and Fowler is the perfect fit for that environment. His work ethic, dedication, and passion for the game align perfectly with what the Cowboys are building under head coach Mike McCarthy and defensive coordinator Dan Quinn. So, what's the next step for the Cowboys? Well, they still have a few areas to address on both sides of the ball. Offensively, they'll need to continue improving their passing game and making sure Dak Prescott can lead the team when it matters most. But with the defense locking in, and Fowler re-signed to continue leading that charge, the Cowboys now have the foundation of a truly elite team. As we head into 2025, you have to look at the Cowboys as legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Of course, there's one more thing we can't ignore: fan expectations. The Cowboys have a loyal and passionate fanbase, and they're desperate for a Super Bowl title. There's been a lot of talk over the years about the Cowboys being just one piece away from being a Super Bowl caliber team, and many fans feel like that piece has always been defense. Well, now with Fowler back, it feels like the Cowboys are finally putting all the right pieces together to make a deep playoff run. That's right, Cowboys Nation. The future looks bright, and you have to be excited about what's ahead. With a defense like this, the Cowboys are setting themselves up for a title run in 2025 and beyond. But hey, the NFL is unpredictable, and there's a lot of work to be done. Can the Cowboys take it to the next level and finally end their Super Bowl drought? The stage is set. Let's see how the rest of the offseason plays out and how this defense continues to develop. So there you have it, folks. Dante Fowler Jr. is back in Dallas, and the Cowboys defense just got even stronger. With the NFL offseason heating up, make sure to stay tuned for more updates, because we'll be covering every single move, every development, and every potential game changer leading up to the 2025 season. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. What does this signing mean for the Cowboys? And do you think they're finally ready for a Super Bowl? Until next time, this is your name, and I'll catch you in the next video.